In the vast, sun-scorched deserts of the Middle East, a creature of remarkable endurance roams the arid landscape, the camel, known as the ship of the desert. This majestic animal is often celebrated for its resilience and ability to thrive in harsh conditions. However, beneath the surface of this seemingly robust exterior lies a shocking reality that can turn even the most hardened stomach. Imagine, if you will, a camel with a horrific honeycomb wound, a grotesque sight that reveals the darker side of nature's design. This wound, resembling a gaping mouth filled with jagged teeth, is not merely a result of an unfortunate accident. It is a breeding ground for parasites, a gruesome testament to the relentless struggle for survival in the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently under the relentless sun. A chilling tale unfolds, a tale that intertwines beauty and horror, life and death. Meet the white lion, a creature of ethereal grace, its fur shimmering like moonlight against the backdrop of the wild. But beneath this majestic exterior lies a gruesome reality, a horrific wound that tells a story of nature's darker side. This lion, once a symbol of strength and nobility, now bears the scars of a beehive infestation, a grotesque reminder of the fragility of life in the animal kingdom. As we delve into this unsettling narrative, prepare yourself for a journey that reveals the raw, unfiltered truth of survival, suffering, and the intricate web of life that binds us all. The white lion, a rare genetic marvel, is not just a creature of beauty. It is a predator at the top of the food chain. Yet, in a cruel twist of fate, it has become a victim of an unexpected enemy: bees. These tiny, buzzing insects, often associated with the sweetness of honey and the beauty of blooming flowers, have turned into a nightmarish plague for our regal feline. The hive, once a bustling community of industrious workers, has become a source of torment, inflicting pain and suffering on this magnificent beast. The wound on the lion's body is a grotesque sight, raw, inflamed, and teeming with the remnants of a relentless assault. The bees, driven by instinct to protect their home, have unleashed their fury, stinging the lion repeatedly, leaving behind a trail of venom and agony. As we examine the wound more closely, we find a disturbing reality. The skin is torn and swollen, a testament to the ferocity of the bee's defense. Each sting introduces venom into the lion's bloodstream, causing an inflammatory response that is both painful and debilitating. The once proud creature now struggles to move, its strength sapped by the relentless onslaught of its tiny adversaries. The bees, in their quest to defend their hive, have unwittingly turned this majestic predator into a mere shadow of its former self. The irony is palpable. A creature designed to hunt and dominate is now at the mercy of an insect that weighs less than a gram. But what drives this? In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched pasture, a scene unfolds that is both captivating and grotesque. A horse, majestic in its stature, stands tethered to a post, its coat glistening under the afternoon sun. But as we draw closer, the beauty of this creature is marred by a horrific sight. A gaping wound, a festering hive of bees, has taken residence in the flesh of its flank. This is not merely an injury. It is a battleground, a dark testament to the intersection of nature's wonders and its horrors. The bees, once symbols of industriousness and harmony, have turned into agents of chaos, transforming this noble beast into a canvas of suffering. As we delve deeper into this unsettling tableau, we must confront the reality of bee infestations in horses. The wound, a gruesome amalgamation of flesh and buzzing life, is the result of a colony of bees that has burrowed into the horse's skin, seeking refuge and sustenance. The horse, unable to swat away the relentless invaders, becomes a host to these tiny marauders. The bees, driven by instinct, create a hive within the horse's body, a grotesque home that thrives on the very essence of its host. The buzzing sound, once a gentle hum of nature, now resonates like a sinister symphony, echoing the pain and distress of the animal. The infestation begins innocently enough. A few bees, drawn by the warmth and scent of the horse, find their way to the skin. They burrow in, seeking a safe haven, but what starts as a small intrusion quickly spirals into a nightmare. The horse's immune system, a valiant defender, attempts to fight off the invaders, but the sheer number of bees overwhelms its defenses. The wound becomes a festering sore, oozing with pus and blood, a grotesque reminder of the fragility of life. The bees, oblivious to the suffering they cause, continue their work, building their hive, laying eggs, and multiplying in the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight. A chilling sight unfolds. A polar bear, the majestic ruler of this frozen realm, is marred by a grotesque wound. This is no ordinary injury. It is a horrific hive of bees, a pulsating mass of chaos nestled into the bear's thick white fur. The juxtaposition of the bear's powerful frame against the delicate, buzzing creatures creates a surreal tableau, one that evokes both horror and fascination. How did this happen? How could such a formidable predator become a host for such a seemingly innocuous insect? As we delve deeper into this unsettling scenario, we uncover the grim reality of bee infestation. The polar bear, drawn to the sweet scent of honey, may have stumbled upon a hive while foraging. In a moment of curiosity, it could have inadvertently disturbed the colony, provoking a swarm of angry bees. A painful, festering wound, where the bees have burrowed into the bear's flesh, seeking refuge and perhaps even a new home. The bees, driven by instinct, have found an unusual host, and the bear, in its bewilderment, becomes a living hive. This grotesque symbiosis is not without its consequences. The bear, once a symbol of strength and resilience, now suffers from the relentless stings and the infection that follows. The buzzing swarm, while a marvel of nature, becomes a harbinger of suffering. The bees, in their quest for survival, have unwittingly turned the bear into a battlefield, a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. Yet, as we observe this dark spectacle, we must... In the desolate expanse of the Arctic, where the biting cold reigns supreme, a haunting sight emerges from the shimmering ice. A polar bear, a majestic creature of the frozen north, bears a horrific honeycomb wound across its flank. This grotesque injury, resembling a gaping maw of nature's cruelty, is not merely a mark of battle or a sign of age. It is a testament to the relentless struggle for survival in an unforgiving environment. As the camera zooms in, the stark contrast of the bear's pristine white fur against the dark, oozing wound sends shivers down the spine. This is not just a story of a bear. It is a chilling reminder of the fragility of life in the wild, where beauty and horror coexist in a delicate balance. The wound, a festering cavity, is not alone in its grotesqueness. It is home to a thriving colony of barnacles, those small, hard-shelled creatures that typically cling to rocks and ships. But here, they have found a new host, embedding themselves into the bear's flesh, creating a grotesque symbiosis that is as fascinating as it is repulsive. These barnacles, in the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely rises above the horizon and the biting cold seeps into every crevice, a chilling tale unfolds. Imagine a polar bear, the majestic ruler of this frozen realm, lumbering through the snow. But this is no ordinary bear. It bears the scars of a horrific encounter, a gruesome wound that tells a story of nature's darker side. The gaping hole in its side, oozing with a mixture of blood and pus, reveals the aftermath of a bee infestation that has taken hold in a most unexpected and grotesque manner. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into the unsettling reality of this creature's plight, a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. The polar bear, with its thick white fur and powerful frame, is often seen as a symbol of strength and resilience. Yet, beneath this exterior lies a vulnerability that few can fathom. The wound, a festering hive of activity, is not merely a result of a single bee sting, but rather a catastrophic invasion. The bear, perhaps drawn to a sweet scent or a curious sound, has unwittingly disturbed a colony of bees. In a frenzy of defense, the bees have swarmed, their tiny bodies overwhelming the bear, injecting venom and laying eggs in the soft tissue of its flesh. This grotesque symbiosis, where the bear becomes both host and victim, is a chilling testament to the harsh realities of survival in the animal kingdom. As the infestation takes hold, the bear's body becomes a battleground. The bees, relentless in their pursuit of survival, burrow deep